Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy HolyGamer. We've got Revan Blue versus Kylo Data Vault. We start on an Inferno 4 and we see Count Dooku and Snoke on top. It's kind of early for those cards, but we also don't want to pitch them to the bottom. So it's a difficult decision. We keep Snoke on top, putting Dooku on bottom. Our opponent also starts on an Inferno 4. And if I'm correct, I claimed we see Rivals Fall and Snoke. Now, I don't think I'm going to win the race with damage here by just trading off Inferno 4 into base. Like I go 2, he goes 2. I'm not winning that race. So I'm probably just going to play Merciless Contest, take my value where I can. Because I also don't want him to put out something else like a Superlaser tech and then I Merciless Contest. And then he just ramps for free. So we play Merciless Contest, we both defeat a unit. I think he forgets to look at the top 2 here. But I see a Secretive Sage and an Always 2. They go right to the bottom. And he plays out Pike Sentinel and then uses Leader ability. And I claimed him somewhere in there. I like my whole hand here. So I am going to drop the Snoke. Because we do have another one in the deck. And it is very early, but the rest of these cards seem really good. So we just power the dark side. I could have Shatterpoint this, but I wanted to hold on to the Shatterpoint. Because we also don't have the Force yet. And Shatterpoint's at its best when I have the Force. He goes ahead and plays Resupply. So now he's at 6, I'm on 5. I just go ahead and flip. If he's got power of the dark side, he's got power of the dark side. I can't really help that. I don't really have much to play around that anyway. And I plan on just playing Malak, swinging in for 8 or 7. So he's got 6 here. Plays down Anakin to give my leader -3. That's pretty huge. So now I'm not going to hit into base at all for anything with this attack. But I do want to attack with it just to get the Force. So I'm going to. Because then I can also Shatterpoint. I'm like, hold on, buddy. That comes out next turn. So I think I am just going to Shatterpoint here. Because I can probably still play Malak next turn if I have it. But I do want to get rid of this Anakin. I can't really contest with the Anakin. I was just pointing out that I'm using the second mode. Because it is a newer card, so a lot of players don't know it yet. I did have the Malak in hand. That's interesting. I probably would have just played Malak, swung at base, and then Shatterpoint the next turn. That might have been better. We're going to drop the Chirrut. Yeah, because if I'm going to play Malak or Anakin this turn, Chirrut's not really going to do me too much in my hand. I put away my initiative token because he kept pointing at his when he took his initiative, and I didn't want that to confuse you guys. So we have Anakin, Rivals Fall. We've got another Shatterpoint, which is huge. And we also have a Malak. I do go ahead and let him ramp. Because he didn't have a Craving Power in his discard. So if he would have had Craving Power in his discard, I probably wouldn't have swung into the guy there, the Superlaser tech. He plays another Resupply. He just didn't show the camera. And then we go ahead and play down Malak, because we have nothing to use Anakin on. And then we'll swing 4 into base, and he claimed already, so we'll just pass. I have the Force. I believe that was a Fell the Dragon and Secretive Sage off the top, so I think we dropped the Secretive Sage. Fell the Dragon's going to be huge in the late game. And we're starting to get to that point on his board. I'm still in my mid game, and he's coming up to his late game here. I think he has 9 resources now. He ramped 3 times. So he's going to play Kylo. He's going to put the Inquisitor's Blade on it. And I think I just Rivals Fall here. Yeah, that makes sense. He's still got 7 resources to work with, which is crazy. So he could just like drop Maul, like a Maul here. That would be pretty good. But he's just gonna pay 5 for something. He's gonna play Rey. I'll just attack his base for 4, and then attack his base for 4 again. Unless he has a Pike Sentinel, but that's the only 2-drop I'm aware of. Then we'll just send another 4 into base. I restore 1, but I have nothing to restore, and then we move on to the next phase. I'm probably just gonna drop my Malak here. I could put the Fell. If I resource the Fell, I'm not sure about that one. I don't think keeping Malak is crucial at this point. Or I could even drop one of the Anakins. But I think we put Fell the Dragon into the resources, and that feels wrong. No, we do drop an Anakin. Good. Good on me. So say 2 Anakins aren't going to do you anything right now. It would take me 12 resources to give something -6/-6, and that doesn't seem very good. Where here I can just Shatterpoint the Rey. And this way, if he does take care of my Malak, I have a backup one. Because it is the more threatening threat that's in play right now. But I do want to react to what he's going to do. So if he just swings 4, we can probably just swing at base and then Shatterpoint something or Fell the Dragon something. Yeah, he swings 4. If I Shatterpoint here, I'm going to be a little disappointed in myself. I don't think it's worth it yet. And it looks like we do Shatterpoint. Alright, not the greatest play. Not the greatest play. But I guess if he plays down a big dumb thing, gets rid of my Malak, I can then Fell the Dragon. Oh, he just goes ahead and Superlaser blasts. That's sucky. Well, I'm glad I didn't deploy the Anakin into that. That would have been bad. And now I'm forced to just claim here. And then we move on to the next phase. I also took out Revan's lightsabers and the constructed lightsaber because all tournament during the last video and this video, the tournament that this took place in, they were never relevant. Never relevant. Never got them to stick around. Never got them to be a thing. So if you're playing a blue version of Revan, I would just focus on removal spells and bodies versus the cute things like Always 2 and the lightsabers. I just don't think they're good. That's what I caught out of this tournament. And the reason I play Malak here is because he's the worst unit in my hand right now. And just in case he had another removal like Superlaser Blast or a Maul, I would be able to get some damage on the Maul, and then I could either Shatterpoint or Power of the Dark Side. Then we move on to the next phase. So now I'm sitting on some fun stuff. That's 2 Anakins into the resources though, so we gotta be careful. We gotta play this last Anakin very, very carefully. I don't have the Force currently. I would like to get the Force, which I do here. And now I can play Sidious to get rid of that space unit. He's taking a thinker. He's taking a thinker. This was a pretty crazy game. It went very back and forth. It's control versus control. So, like, what else do you expect? But here he goes ahead and pays 5. So that is the Tragedy of Plagueis, which is essentially power of the dark side, but that unit can't be defeated by its HP becoming 0. So, but it can be defeated by effects. Unless it's damage effects. So it just straight up defeats it. And now I've got a 6/8 Restore 2 unit in play, which is huge. Pretty huge. We're on 10 resources, so now we're on 11. I probably could have stopped resourcing at this point. But I guess once I'm at 12, I can really stop, because then I can 8-drop into a 4-drop removal spell and then feel pretty comfortable. But I remember this Sidious being very impactful in this game, because he wasn't really able to touch it after this. The only way he could get rid of it is by removing it with a straight up removal spell or another Super Laser Blast, because none of his high-end hitters can hit into it and kill it. And I have a Fell the Dragon for anything crazy that comes down right now, so I'm just going to go ahead and swing 6 into base, heal 2. I'm pretty sure he claimed the initiative here, which felt really weird, but who am I to judge? And I'm not going to play this Anakin in, just in case he does see a Super Laser Blast. I was like, yeah, I'll throw one more unit into play, because I don't think I can finish the game quick enough with just a 6/8 in play. But we do have another one, which is cool. And I'm just done resourcing right now. I think we could have went up to 12, but if he Super Laser Blasts here, I should have the Force, but I forgot. But if he does play another Super Laser Blast, and he thought his Maul was going to die, and I told him no. But I forgot that I had the Force, which is pretty relevant here. But we play Anakin to get rid of the Maul. Please tell me I don't forget to get the Force again. I am pretty bad at remembering my Force triggers. Goes ahead and plays down a Grievous. I can't Fell the Dragon that, so that feels pretty bad. But I'm going to send 6 into base, restore 2, and apparently forget to get the 4. Hey, look at that. We remembered. Then he'll probably claim, and we'll just pass it on over. Drain Essence is pretty cool. It's probably going into my resource, though. Don't really need it. It looks like we're just done resourcing. I don't think that's correct. I think we should at least drop one more. But I guess I can get up to 12 next turn, so that might have been my thought process, is like, whatever turn I decide to resource, I'll be at 12. Because I don't really need to combo, I can't really combo many things together right now, anyways. But I do have another Sidious. I don't think Drain Essence is the call here, but I guess we do it. I must have some sort of play in my head here. Maybe, and then he played the Blade. Yeah. Not great. So I guess now we Fell the Dragon. Finally gave me a target. He finally gave me a target to fell. So we fell the dragon. Smack him for 5. Place 2 for a... Ooh, so now I can just hit that thing and get an experience token from Revan. Yeah, this doesn't mean I'm closing the game out faster, but I don't want him to draw a bunch of cards and get his way out of this. So now I can play down the Inferno 4. Look at the top 2, get a Chirrut in the Power of the Dark Side. Those are pretty good cards. But for some reason we're not valuing the Chirrut there. Especially if he's got another Maul. Maybe that should have been the call, dude. Unrest your leader, dummy. Unrest your leader. Do it. Ah. Messy. Just messy. We'll probably catch it at some point. I mean, it's kind of irrelevant right now. So he's going to shield up. And then he should have a shield on the Vader. I mean, it's irrelevant, we're playing Power of the Dark Side, but he should have had a shield on the Vader. There we go, we fixed our leader. He plays down a Pike Sentinel. And I think I can play my Sidious. That seems pretty good. Yep, play out Sidious. Use the Force to defeat that. And then he'll probably just claim, unless he's got another... He's got 2 cards in hand, so... He claims, we hit for 2. I think I'm done resourcing at this point. We just found a Snoke, that's huge. That's so huge. And a Fell the Dragon, let's go. Let's go. It's a little bit of a nombo together. But it is very good to play. I think we can play Snoke. That way when we attack with Inferno 4. When I still got 4 left. Okay, so we're at 12. So I can probably... Alright, the reason I play Snoke here is because I can swing the Inferno 4 into the Sentinel now. Take 1 damage and get an experience counter on it. And I use Revan to give the experience counter. That way we can hit harder the following turn. And I can't take out the Rey with Sidious here. So I'm probably just going to swing into base unless he has a ground sentinel. But he gives it the Electro Staff. That's pretty interesting. Yeah, I think I just ignore the Rey for the moment. I could have taken out the Rey if it wasn't for the Electric Staff. Or the Electro Staff. But then he goes ahead and says, well, that's it. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. This deck's been a whole lot of fun. Make sure you give God some praise tonight. And we'll catch you in the next one.